When we liberate ourselves from the apprehension surrounding destiny, let us venture to extend our gaze beyond the confines of atomic particles and contemplate the universe on a grander scale, where contemporary science is beginning to intersect with ancient enigmas that have puzzled philosophers for millennia. An audacious perspective is emerging among theoretical physicists, suggesting that our foundational understanding of the universe's formation may have been fundamentally misguided. With clues embedded in the verses of the Tao Te Ching, a text composed over 2,000 years ago, rather than viewing the Big Bang merely as a sterile physical event, envision the cosmos operating in accordance with the flow of the Tao, a profound concept representing the ultimate source and the inherent laws governing nature. Pioneering physicists propose that the universe did not emerge from absolute nothingness in the literal sense, but from a primordial quantum energy field, a state of Wu that, while seemingly void, harbors the potential for all existence, mirroring the Tao Te Ching's assertion that the Tao gives birth to one. In this nascent phase, space is not empty but teems with fluctuating energies, where virtual particles incessantly materialize and annihilate in fleeting instants, forming an immense, invisible ocean of energy. Recent advancements in quantum field theory, supported by observations from particle accelerators like the Large Hadron Collider, reinforce this view. The quantum vacuum is not a barren void but a seething substrate of zero-point energy, where fluctuations can give rise to real particles under certain conditions, such as in the Hawking radiation near black holes. Over time, this energy field undergoes phase transitions, condensing into the initial material structures, akin to water vapor coalescing into clouds and then rain. This marks the era of 1 gives birth to 2, 2 gives birth to 3, as fundamental particles unite under gravitational and nuclear forces to form atoms, stars, and galaxies. What is particularly astonishing is that when astronomers map the universe on vast scales, utilizing data from telescopes like the James Webb Space Telescope, launched in 2021, they observe that the cosmic web, comprising filaments of dark matter linking luminous galaxy clusters, bears an uncanny resemblance to the neural networks within the human brain. Quantitative analyses, such as those conducted by astrophysicist Franco Vazza and neurosurgeon Alberto Felletti in a 2020 study published in Frontiers in Physics, reveal striking similarities in connectivity patterns. Both systems exhibit clustered nodes interconnected by filaments, with comparable degrees of complexity and self-organization despite operating on scales differing by 27 orders of magnitude. This eerie parallelism prompts a provocative hypothesis. Could the universe itself be a colossal superorganism that lives and thinks? Imagine each galaxy as a cell, each black hole as an information processing hub, and the streams of energy traversing the cosmos as neural signals within a vast entity that encompasses us all. This viewpoint aligns intriguingly with the Eastern philosophy of heaven and humanity unite as one, where humans and the cosmos are not separate but form a unified whole. The dark energy accelerating the universe's expansion, estimated to constitute about 68% of the cosmos, based on 2023 Planck satellite data, might represent the breath of this superorganism, while black holes devouring matter could embody its metabolic processes. If this hypothesis holds, we are not mere insignificant specks adrift in a frigid void, but conscious elements within a cosmic brain, serving as sensory organs that enable the universe to perceive itself. Contemporary cosmological models, including those incorporating string theory, suggest that information processing at quantum scales could underpin such emergent consciousness, drawing parallels to how neural firings in our brains give rise to thought. Yet, like all living beings, this universe possesses a life cycle. It is born, matures, and eventually confronts an end. The laws of thermodynamics dictate that entropy, the measure of disorder, inexorably increases, culminating in heat death, where all stars extinguish and the cosmos descends into eternal darkness. However, within that terminus flickers the spark of renewal. Echoing the Tao Te Ching's principle of reversion is the movement of the Tao, a return that embodies the Tao's law. Emerging theories, such as Sir Roger Penrose's Conformal Cyclic Cosmology, CCC, updated in studies as recent as 2025, posit that after heat death, the universe, devoid of mass and dominated by radiation, conformally rescales, birthing a new eon in an endless cycle, without the need for a contraction. Evidence from cosmic microwave background anomalies, like concentric rings potentially linked to previous eons, adds a layer of intrigue, though debates persist among cosmologists. Therefore, the next time you lift your eyes to the star-strewn night sky, attune yourself to the whisper of the wind brushing your ears, sense the rhythmic pulse of your heart within your chest, and comprehend that you are not merely observing the universe. The universe is employing your eyes to behold its own magnificence. The ultimate question transcends whether destiny exists. It is what you choose to believe. Are you a pre-programmed mechanism in an insensate cosmos? Or a sacred, autonomous, and creative fragment of a grand living entity embarking on this wondrous journey? The answer resides in the very beat of your heart. In this present moment, consider your own hand, the intricate patterns of your fingerprints, the subtle throb of your pulse beneath the skin. Can you fathom it? Everything unfolding in our lives today, from the instant you awaken to the morning sun to the moment you absorb these reflections, may have been predetermined 13.8 billion years ago. Indeed, 13.8 billion years, at the epoch when the Big Bang rent the veil of nothingness to engender this universe. It sounds like a fantastical tale, yet it constitutes a haunting chapter in the annals of physics, where the specter of determinism once unnerved humanity's greatest intellects. Rewind to the late 17th century, when Isaac Newton unveiled his laws of motion and gravitation. Humanity rejoiced at unlocking the secrets of the world. But a chilling notion quietly germinated. If we ascertain an object's initial state and the forces acting upon it, we can predict its future with absolute precision. The arcing trajectory of a baseball, the rippling spread of a wave on a tranquil lake, or even the dance of colossal planets, all calculable with unerring equations on paper. Yet this exactitude sowed a spine-tingling dread. If the motions of celestial bodies are preordained, then our humble lives, composed of the same material particles, might also be scripted from the universe's inaugural cry. By 1814, the eminent mathematician Pierre-Simon Laplace elevated this terror to its zenith with his renowned thought experiment. Dubbed Laplace's demon, envision a superintelligent entity that comprehends the position and momentum of every atom in the universe at a single instant. Armed with this data, it could rewind the entirety of history and foresee the totality of the future, as lucidly as we replay a completed film. In this austere logic, every drifting dust mote, every blink of your eye, every smile, every tear, and the rise or fall of civilizations are merely lines of code in a colossal program authored in the primordial dawn. This perspective is perilous, as it strips humanity of its paramount pride, free will. And just when we presumed we retained command, a 2008 medical experiment delivered another blow to that conviction. At the Max Planck Institute, scientists employed functional magnetic resonance imaging to scrutinize human brains. The outcome was seismic. Prior to a person consciously deciding to press a button with their left or right hand, by several seconds, up to 10 in certain scenarios, their brain emitted electrical signals dictating the action. When you think, "I want a drink of water," a shadowy recess of your subconscious has already issued the command long before. Might our consciousness merely be a display screen rendering results, a soothing illusion fostering the belief in mastery, while we are passive spectators in our own bodies? But hold on, does this truly render us soulless puppets manipulated by physical laws? To shatter this despondent curse, modern science mounted a spectacular counteroffensive. Within less than a century, two revolutions transformed everything: quantum mechanics and chaos theory. Heisenberg's uncertainty principle demolished the assurance of Laplace's demon. In the subatomic realm of particles, nothing is absolutely certain. An electron is both particle and wave, its position materializing only upon observation. Schrödinger, with his famed cat thought experiment, demonstrated that reality can exist in superposition, simultaneously alive and dead. The universe at its foundational level is not a rigid clockwork but a misty sea of probabilities. A 2021 meta-analysis of Libet-style experiments, involving over 50 studies, confirms that while unconscious brain activity precedes awareness, it does not negate free will, rather. It highlights the interplay between subconscious processes and conscious veto power, suggesting that our decisions emerge from a probabilistic quantum framework rather than rigid determinism. Complementing this is chaos theory, with its poetic yet potent butterfly effect. A delicate flap of a butterfly's wings in the Amazon rainforest could, through an intricate chain of reactions, spawn a devastating tornado in Texas. The universe's initial conditions are exquisitely sensitive, rendering long-term predictions impossible. Like the three-body problem, a minuscule deviation, a billionth of a percent, suffices to unravel any forecast. And perhaps, in that slender crevice of chaos and uncertainty, human free will finds its sanctuary. But the narrative does not conclude there. As we lift our gaze farther, transcending minuscule particles to behold the cosmic panorama, an even more jolting hypothesis surfaces. Some contemporary physicists, in quest of a unified theory, have discerned uncanny coincidences between astrophysics and ancient Eastern philosophies. One perspective contends that we may have erred from the outset in deeming the universe a lifeless machine. Instead, contemplate the cosmos as a living entity, drawing inspiration from the Tao Te Ching's opening. The Tao that can be spoken is not the eternal Tao. Certain hypotheses suggest that the universe's formation is not a mindless explosion but the growth of a superorganism through 3 stages. Correlating with, the Tao gives birth to 1. 1 gives birth to 2. 2 gives birth to 3. 3 gives birth to all things. The initial stage is Wu. Yet this Wu is not utter emptiness but a primordial energy field. An infinite ocean of potential that modern physics terms the quantum vacuum field. It is invisible, yet it cradles the seeds of everything. Parallels in quantum cosmology, as explored in 2024 studies, liken this to the pre-spatiotemporal domain from which spacetime emerges, where vacuum fluctuations could seed cosmic structure. The second stage is condensation. This energy field commences coalescing into the first seeds of matter, the foundational bricks of reality. The light emitted here is not from stars but the inaugural exhalation of energy transmuting into mass. And the third stage, the most shocking, the formation of a colossal network structure. Today's astronomers, mapping the universe, are astounded to discover that the web of galaxies and dark matter sprawling across space mirrors the neural lattice in the human brain. Filaments of cosmic matter linking galaxy clusters, conveying energy and material, function much like axonal fibers transmitting electrical signals. Quantitative comparisons in recent neuroscience astrophysics collaborations underscore this. The cosmic web's clustering and connectivity echo brain networks, hinting at shared self-organizational principles. Might the universe we inhabit be merely a cell, or a minor component in the brain of a vaster superentity? Observations of the universe's accelerating expansion due to dark energy, or the echoes of gravitational waves detected by LIGO since 2015, could be the respiration or metabolism of this immense being. If this hypothesis proves true, we are not meaningless motes wandering in a cold, indifferent expanse. We are conscious constituents, neurons of sensation in a cosmic brain. We act as senses, enabling the universe to see, hear, and feel itself. Through your eyes, the universe gazes upon the splendor of stars it has wrought. Through your heart, it experiences anguish and love. But akin to all organisms, this universe has its lifespan. It emerges, flourishes brilliantly, and must face termination. The inexorable laws of thermodynamics inform us that entropy, disorder, will perpetually escalate. In a distant epoch, every star will deplete its fuel, flicker out, and the cosmos will plunge into perpetual cryogenic slumber. Nevertheless, in that tragic finale germinates a fresh inception. Imbued with the Tao Te Ching's, reversion is the movement of the Tao, return as the Tao's operative law. Perhaps after the current universe concludes, it will not vanish eternally. It might contract to its seed state or ignite a new rebirth cycle. An eternal pulsation of creation that never ceases. Penrose's CCC, bolstered by 2026 analyses of CMB data, suggests such cycles could leave detectable imprints, fueling ongoing research into whether our universe is but one in an infinite sequence. Thus, the next time you step outdoors and raise your eyes to the nocturnal vault of stars, do not merely observe with sight. Heed the winds murmur through your ears as spaces whisper. Feel your heart's fervent beat in your chest. Understand that the life within you and the life of those distant galaxies are inextricably linked. You are not just beholding the universe is utilizing your eyes to regard itself. The final question for you this evening is not whether destiny endures or the future is pre-written. The true inquiry is what you elect to believe. Do you wish to accept that you are merely a biological automaton, adrift aimlessly in a numb, frozen cosmos? Or do you dare to affirm that you are a divine, liberated, and profoundly creative part of a magnificent living entity, collectively undergoing this miraculous and unparalleled odyssey? The answer does not dwell in the stars, nor in arid mathematical equations. The answer pulses in the rhythm of your heart. Right now, we extend our deepest gratitude to the generations of scientists, theoretical physicists, neuroscientists, and profound philosophers who have devoted their lives to unraveling the universe's mysteries. It is through their intellect, perseverance, and courage to challenge the boundaries of knowledge that humanity can reach toward new horizons of understanding, illuminating our modest yet meaningful place amid the boundless expanse.